Approval of the agenda. There's no additions, no deletions. It is what it is. New business, item A is approval of the Murray County land use minutes. I looked over these here a couple of weeks ago, but I think we had 5 rezones. Item B is capital purchase of 2 Dodge Durangos 2020 models for the Sheriff's Department at $28,250 each, and that is to be paid from the 2019 SPOS fund. Item C is a purchase contract. The old Wells Fargo Bank building down here on the corner of 411 and 52 Alternate from Barnyard B's Hogan Company, LLC, for $380,000 to be paid from Federal CARES Act funds. So, that concludes the business portion of the meeting. I'm going to adjourn. Any questions, any comments? I know probably y'all ain't got any. Jimmy.
Tell me about the building. Who is Barnyard Bees? Any idea who that is?
It is Jimmy and Heather Pence. They own Barnyard Bees down here on Railroad Street, right behind the Wright Hotel. They own this. They own several more lots down there, but he didn't want to get rid of those. But this is going to be, I think, a very, very good thing for our county. We're out of space. This is going to be something that if you are an elderly, you have medical issues, you're disabled, or even if you're just a mom with 2 or 3 kids in car seats, you won't have to get out and come in the building. You can go through a drive-in window. It's already in place. We looked at this 3 days from Sunday, and this is the best option we could come up with as far as building something. The cost of building now is so high. It was not feasible to build anything. This is just nearly ready for the tax commissioner's office to move in that thing. I think what you're going to build, about 1 door is all you're going to do.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Basically.
Probably around, $6,000 of renovations, thereabout, is all that we expect.
Yeah.
Our biggest expense will be the customer interface.
And we've already spoken with the Sheriff's Department regarding utilizing the runabouts, the inmates, to help do some of the painting and cleaning and renovating and moving, which would be at no additional cost to the county. And then even, myself and Shane, we have some skills and abilities. We're going to try to contribute a little bit of our expertise to it, as well. But we're really excited about it, as Greg said. During the closure that we experienced, even though we worked in the office answering the phones and doing the internet, we had customers coming every day. And we even had them knocking on the door trying to get in because they felt that it was imperative that they get their tags renewed. When we had already negotiated with the Sheriff's Department to be lenient on expired decals because of the COVID situation, but for some reason customers, they just felt they had to get in. And we even had customers that wouldn't leave until we unlocked the door, and we were cracking the doors, and we were defeating the purpose of closing the building, because of the governor's executive order, trying to continue our services that they felt that they absolutely had to have that day. And now, after going through that period of time, other tax commissioner offices have utilized some of the same funding and have secured other facilities, and they are putting in drive-through windows. And that's one thing that really caught our interest, was the ability to have the drive-through, so if we could still continue to provide the services to the customers without, interference of anything. So
What people don't understand a lot of times is about 12% of our total population comes to his office every month. That's what, 3,600 people, Billy?
yeah, we service about 35, on the average, about 3,500 customers a month, and that's just in motor vehicle. That's that doesn't have anything to do with property issues and property tax. So.
And Billy, not to mention any other counties by name or the amount that they're spending, but because we're able to find this bank, we're spending much less.
Oh, extremely less,
Than a surrounding county that's trying to accommodate the same thing.
Exactly.
Or accomplish the same.
Yes.
Even have a vault.
Yeah, and we do have a vault, a fireproof vault. It's
Right.
my understanding the door alone on that vault, if you purchased it, would cost about $25,000. Just the door.
Used.
There's multiple
Yeah.
safes. in
And
that
so-
place.
So as Greg alluded to, minimal renovations. So hopefully we can get into it. Of course, we're coming into our tax time, which is going to be even more busier this time of year. So it will probably hinder our ability to move as quickly as we'd like to. But as soon as the contracts get signed, we're going to start cleaning and renovating and getting things ready.
You have a
So
rough date that you think it might be in by?
I'm afraid to say. I wished I could tell you that, but I truly, because it depends upon the ability to get over there. Our tax bills got out earlier this year than they have. We were blessed with that. Our vendor that does them for us, which is, by the way, a new vendor, and got them out earlier for us, and we've been having tax revenue coming in for 2 weeks. And normally they just go out October 1st, so we've been collecting money. And the revenue that's coming in, if it continues to come in like this till December 1st, due date, the county's going to be in financial good shape for the expenditures that has been, laid out for the county's needs.
We've spent other monies and fixing to spend some more in the tax assessor's office with, the guarded windows with the holes that you can do business through, the portals and things like that. But people's got to understand, these employees are people too. They're concerned with their safety just as I am. I'm concerned with their safety too, and we've not shut anything as far as just, we worked every day. These doors stayed locked for 4 to 6 weeks, but we still rendered our services to the citizens of Mary County. And you can go in the elections office. Those folks were exposed to a lot of people wanting to come in and register to vote. Go in there now, if you want to look at something where we've got the glass and, to try in an effort. That's what this money's for. That's to try to keep people safe and keep them from getting this virus. And I think this is a one step closer to that goal. And Billy helped a lady out yesterday. I didn't have a clue, but she was going to scoot down these steps. And I said, ma'am, why don't you go this way? And her daughter was with her. She said she's afraid to go down that incline. To me, it didn't look like much of an incline. But if somebody's on a walker, I guess it is. She's afraid to run away with her. But that is something that would be a great assistance, I'm telling you, to people just like her. And, but you get a lot of these elderly people, they think that they've got to come in this building. I've got to go get my tag, I've got to do this. We've had people come in this building right here, It says, well, I've been tested for this virus, but my tag's about out, or I need to ask a question on zoning, or I need, you know. And you're thinking, why are you here? But that's just the mentality they've got. They've got to get this or they're gonna get in trouble. And we don't want that to happen. We want people, we want to provide a service and make it as easy as possible. We live in a time now, it's, I want it and I want it right now. And that's just the fact of life. And we got one sitting in here with us, he don't even know what a cell phone much is. But, you know, but most people want what they want and they want it right now. And we're trying to be, you know, good with the county's money. But I'm gonna stress again, none of this money is property tax. It's all SWAS money and it's all CARES Act money. That's from the federal government. And Jimmy, I've got a thing here in the tax commissioner. I'd like for you to publish that in your newspaper, and I will pay for it, don't mind to do that. But explaining, because a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand when they come in here. You know, oh, you're just wasting all this money. Well, no, we're not. We're trying, and we're trying. I've tried since 2017 to save as much and do as good a job as we could do here, and I think we've accomplished that so far.
Couple of questions real quick. What's the square footage on that building?
It is close to 3,000 people.
Was it 28, Anthony?
28, forgot the.
It's three stories. It's got a basement, then a main floor, and then an upper
Thank you.
floor, so.
3 stories, 2,800 square feet. When was it last opened as a business?
He's owned it, this month is a year he's owned it. And they closed it right before I guess 6 months before he bought it.
So 2018?
I'd say, yeah. But the powers has been on it. It's not been just shut down.
I think it was actually my first term, seems like I remember they closing the doors in 2017, I'm thinking, but don't quote me on that because I'm not really sure. But
You still had the kiosk.
Yeah.
People would go to the
Yeah.
kiosk that's in the side of the building. But I don't really know the answer to that. It's 2017, 2018, but the power has been on that building. You know, you can go there now and turn the pipe, you know, flip the breaker on. It's got power to it. But
How much did your county get in CARES money?
$1.8 million.
and see, to add to what Greg has said, this money did come from Murray County taxpayers.
Understand?
And I want to compliment Greg for helping our tax office out and meeting the needs to continue to service the customers. That is vital to this county. Without our taxpayers, you know, this county is not going to bring in the revenue needed to operate. So, you know, I want to compliment him for being considerate to our needs and helping us, you know, acquire this facility, which I think is money wisely managed and wisely spent, is my opinion. There probably will be some folks out there that may say, well, we could use money better, but that's the reason in that write-up that we gave you, we wanted to allude to the fact that, you know, the money came from the CARES Act. And, you know, it's our discretion how to manage and use that. And I think we're using it in a way that will benefit the citizens of Murray County and the needs for space, additional space for Murray County at no cost to the taxpayers.
Well, all those points that both of you made are true and important, but I think the most important point is we have people that have asked you since before you took office to provide a way for them to do business, because they struggle to do business by walking in the building.
Yeah, I've seen young mothers with kids that have lugged 2 kids out of their cars trying to get them in here. I've seen elderly people with walkers and wheelchairs struggle to come in the rain and cold weather, you know, and you know, myself and other staff members too have helped. You know, we've seen their needs and we tried to go out and help them in or out. And then, of course, it meets the governor's executive order about social distancing, you know, through the drive-through. And my office is extremely excited about it. And some of the customers that have asked me over my tenure of 3 years, you know, when are you going to get us a drive-through? I think they will be extremely pleased as well, and I think that it'll be a more positive reaction to it, response, received better than, there'll be a few that may not like it, but I think in all it's a wise decision that Commissioner Hogan has made.
What else?
I'm done.
You good?
I'm good too.
All right, folks, I appreciate it.
I'm good too.
You good?